know.
Crappy phone.
Oh, Darion, you know, that wouldn't happen if you had our phone case, the Paradox. We chose this phone case for these three main reasons. Cracks, they break our backs. No one likes cracks.
Cracked phones are a big deal in today's society. Anywhere you go, you'll see someone with at least one cracked phone.
And just like Darion did, you know, he just dropped his phone. You know, accidents do happen. But with this phone case, it's a one-of-a-kind phone case, and we made it to where it absorbs when it hits the ground. We want it to be more of like an airbag when it comes out, and so it's not bouncing off the ground as it hits.
3, it's one of a kind. Nothing like this has ever been invented. And we wanted to bring something to the people that they were striving for. What is the Paradox? The Paradox is a phone case that, when it is dropped, an airbag-like device will deploy out of the case, protecting it from essentially cracking or hitting the ground all the way.
And this is kind of what our design we wanted to look like. Is you can kind of see these little squares, like they will kind of come out, you know, like you said, and deploy like a little airbag and come back in, so it is absorbed to the ground and not bouncing like the shock that will crack your phone. Because I personally dropped my phone with a life-proof case, and the shock from it had cracked my phone, even with the life.
The price of our product, we plan for it to be $110. Our target audience is any smartphone owner, so iPhone, Samsung, Droid, anything. Our competitors would be other phone case companies like OtterBox, LifeProof, two main ones. And then the retailers would be phone companies like Verizon, AT&T, and Sprint, T-Mobile. I don't want to throw a bunch of numbers at you, but that's what this slide is about. We've done research on our competitors, and as you can see on the board, that's what other phone cases are selling for. But one in particular, the OtterBox, they manufacture their phone cases for 80 cents, and they sell them for $45. That's a price markup of over 5,000%. We're selling the Paradox for $110. It cost $725 to manufacture it. We then turn around and sell it to a retailer for $99. Our revenue from the sales after expenses will be $91.75.
And it may look pricey.
Can I stop you there?
Yeah.
Tell me those numbers again.
All right. For us,
You're gonna make it for
we're making the Paradox for $725.
$7. And you're selling it to
We're selling it to the retailer for $110. Or no, we're selling it to the retailer for $99.
and the retailer is selling it at a price point that you've decided
Yes.
to be $110. Is that right?
Yes.
And this is our social media to kind of get our name out there. We have made a Facebook, and we do have a Twitter. And also us giving our phone case, or like selling our phone case to these phone companies, they'll be wanting to make a lot out of this phone case because it's a one-of-a-kind phone case and everyone's striving to get it. So they're also going to be like producing it also, wanting people to buy it. So they're going to be advertising as much as we want to advertise ourselves. And that's the Paradox, and Paradox stops drops.
Thank you. That's the end of our presentation.
Thank you. We'll have some questions for you. Go ahead.
Do you have marketing plan other than the phone companies trying to sell this product, or is there a way are you going to do your own marketing on the Paradox that everyone will know where it came from, and what it is, or
I think we'd like to be exclusively to the phone companies.
I feel is if we do make it exclusive to only the phone companies, people will want to go to those stores and buy the phone case, and maybe they'll make the phone company even more like popular, and they're wanting to also buy from that phone store.
Will you offer, some guarantees in the product if the screen does break? Money back type of thing?
Yeah, I know like Life Proof, you get a new case if your phone does break and they do send you a new case. We haven't really thought of that as a good question, but I'm sure, yes, we could probably send a new free case, or we could maybe have like a deductible on it, where they pay just a little bit of money to get a new case.
My question would be, you say that it's redeployable airbags.
Mhm.
Do they have to bring it back to the same phone company to get it to reset? Or how does that work? It's actually a two-part question, so I want to let you go ahead and
Yeah.
talk to that.
Okay, well, the phone case, we were wanting to design it as this, like, because technology these days is so advanced that maybe the phone case, when it drops, those little square things deploy, and they just automatically come back in as when the phone is settled.
Okay. Well then, if that's the case, if it redeploys on itself, or comes back into the device, how big are we talking? I mean, LifeProof case is pretty slim.
Yeah.
Even my OtterBox is pretty decent.
Mhm.
You're adding a way to blow up the airbags and then take it away. It seems like you're talking about tablet or a small computer size.
Yeah, we'll have to shrink that down to get as small as we can, and hopefully not be as big and where you can actually fit it into your pocket.
My question is about your concerns. Going forward, what is your number one concern about your product?
Will we be able to keep selling? Like, we say we're making an indestructible phone case, so if it really is indestructible, then what's going to make people buy new phones?
Do you guys have a particular brand in mind, or are you guys going to market to all brands?
All brands.
Well, what would you start with first?
Probably Verizon.
Okay. I've been talking about like brand of phone.
iPhone.
Oh,
I think iPhone's more popular.
Okay. Because there's definitely a divide between Apple and
Yeah.
Android. Okay.
Can't be used on both.
Yes.
So you'll make various sizes that will be applicable to
Mhm.
each side. So I guess my question, I want to get back to the numbers. You've done your research, your production cost is $7.25. You chose a similar percentage markup as the OtterBox, which is what one of your competitors, right? You chose a similar markup percentage, but you've left very little margin for the retailer. How did you decide at $91? Because if I'm Verizon, I'm squeezing you guys
Yeah.
because you've got a several percentage markup in yours, and you've left me with, single-digit markup percent. So I just wondered how I don't mind a guy making money, but you just left the retailer with very little margin, and they're your distribution channel. So, anyway.
Is there any other questions for the Paradox? Okay, any further?